Welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluent State of Nigeria. I am Jane Balagbubu. First, the headlines. Federal government says Nigeria is one of the most attractive investment destinations in Africa. KOGI government urges citizens to remain calm and law-abiding, orders release of impounded Dangote trucks, OBAJANA Dangote cement factory ownership controversy. NATO countries to boost Ukraine's missile defense after massive Russian strikes. And Liverpool's SALAH breaks 2 records in one UEFA Champions League night. Now the news in detail. The Federal Executive Council (FEC) has endorsed the completion of the ongoing Enugu-Onitsha Expressway by MTN Nigeria PLC, telecommunication company, at the cost of 202.8 billion naira via the tax credit scheme of the federal government. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola revealed this when he, along with Minister of Police Affairs Megari Dengyadi, as well as the President's media aide Garba Shehu, briefed the State House correspondents on the outcome of the council meeting. The meeting was presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the council chamber of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Fashola said they have 2 more, and the first that was approved was the one by MTN Nigerian PLC, the telecommunication company, to take over and complete the ongoing Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. The minister also disclosed that the council approved the reconstruction of Umuchi-Usuzu-Umema Road in Abia by a company known as GZ Industries at the cost of 4.2 billion naira through similar tax credit scheme. He said the second memo also was under the tax credit scheme, and while the first one was related to the road linking Anambra and Enugu State, this one is with respect to a road in Abia. The federal government, through the Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Ambassador Mariam Yawaji Katagum, has said that Nigeria is one of the most attractive investment destinations in Africa. The minister stated this in her keynote address at the maiden conference of Nigeria-Egypt Trade Conference and Exhibition with the theme For Africa by Africa in Cairo, Egypt. The minister said Nigeria is a country blessed with huge natural and mineral resources in commercial quantities, favorable climate conditions, and high potentials for industrial development, and that Nigeria is one of the most attractive investment destinations in Africa today. The Senior Information Officer for Assistant Director Information, Comfort Eleojo, Philip Egu, who disclosed this to journalists through a press statement, stated that Ambassador Katagum said Nigeria is the largest African country by population and size of the economy, which the global consulting firm PwC has projected that Nigeria will be among the top economy by 2025. She explained that at the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, the government made tremendous efforts towards sustaining MSMEs, which are the engines of economic growth in any economy. Let's join our reporter for more updates on the relationship the ministry and Egypt has established over the years.
The minister, Ambassador Mariam Yawaji Katagum, said the MSME Survivor Fund and the Guaranteed Offtake Schemes, which is within the framework of the Nigerian Economic Sustainability Plan, were approved by President Muhammadu Buhari on 1st July 2021. She noted that the main task of the 75 billion naira MSME Survivors Fund was to sustain the livelihood of vulnerable MSMEs and self-employed individuals, mostly affected by COVID-19 pandemic. Also, to cushion the effect of the hardship, the federal government ensured sustainable production and minimized job losses by granting approval in 2021 of a 50 billion naira export expansion facility program as part of its efforts to boost non-oil exports, thereby increasing the country's foreign exchange earnings. She said the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade, Investment and the Nigerian Export Promotion Council (NEPC) launched the first export trade house in Egypt in March 2022 in Sadat City. She explained that the choice of Egypt was deliberate, as Egypt is the gateway to North Africa and to boost the trade relations between Nigeria and Egypt. The minister emphasized that through the ETH, the visibility of made in Nigerian products and Nigeria's market share in Egypt and North African countries will be enhanced, and that Nigerian-Egyptian Cultural, Social and Economic Forum will launch in Cairo. In addition, the ministry also participated actively at the Intra-Africa Trade Fair held in Durban, South Africa in November 2021. All these are meant to expose made in Nigerian products in the international market. Ambassador Katangom noted that the ministry is actively involved in the implementation of the National Quality Policy (NQP), which is meant to guide Nigeria as a country to build a sustainable quality infrastructure in order to make Nigerian products competitive in both the domestic and international markets. She said that Commerce 44 is an export strategy designed to develop and promote the export of 11 agricultural commodities, 11 manufactured products and 11 solid mineral products with high export potentials, which will translate to an increase in job creation, income and wealth creation, revenue generation, poverty reduction, increase in volume of export for proceed products, improve market access through enhancement of quality and packaging of the identified products to 11 target countries, regions of the world. In February 2022, the ministry moved into the next phase of revitalizing and expanding the scope of Commerce 44 to Commerce 160 to accommodate 40 more agri-commodities, solid minerals and manufactured products to expand the export frontier due to new and emerging markets. On 21st March 2022, a technical committee on the development of a roadmap and operational framework for halal certification in Nigeria was inaugurated. This is aimed at increasing the patronage and consumption of products coming from Nigeria, not only by Muslims but also non-Muslims with selective lifestyles. And halal global market is estimated to be about $2.6 trillion. And Nigeria is fully committed and ready to take advantage of that, she stated. The minister maintained that the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment is passionate about facilitating the growth of investment in the e-commerce value chain, capable of contributing significantly to the country's GDP, adding that the sector grew from 14% in 2019 to 17% in 2020. She said the current e-commerce spending in Nigeria is estimated at about $13 billion per annum and is projected to rise to about $75 billion per annum in revenue generation by 2025. The market outlook for Nigeria's e-commerce shows that the number of online shoppers in the country, which was at 76.7 million in 2021, is expected to hit 122.5 million by 2025. This figure by the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System also shows that Nigeria's e-payment transaction increased by 85.5% year-on-year to 171.99 trillion naira in August 2021. She said Nigeria is open to deepen collaboration with Egypt and other friendly nations, stressing that Nigeria is strategically located with easy access to other countries within the West African region, and with the advent of the African Continental Free Trade Area, Nigeria and indeed the continent is better positioned for broader economic integration, trade enhancement, attraction of foreign investment, wealth and employment generation, poverty reduction and improved shared prosperity. The minister said Nigeria is home to a multitude of investments and trade opportunities, and the Nigerian government acknowledged the needs of foreign investors and therefore has a good number of investment-friendly incentives for investors in various sectors of the economy. She said a compendium of investment incentives in the various sectors of Nigerian economy is available on the website of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC, www.nipc.gov.ng. Ambassador Katangom also disclosed that according to the United Nations Comtrade database on international trade in 2021, Nigerian exports to Egypt amounted to $2.96 million, while in sharp contrast, Egyptian exports to Nigeria was $138.4 million. Ambassador Katangom therefore expressed optimism that the event would help stimulate a more favorable balance of trade between both nations, and the two countries would leverage on this conference as a catalyst to strengthen and develop Nigeria-Egyptian collaboration, trade and investment in strategic sectors.
The governor of Kogi State thanked the people of the state for their resoluteness in the ownership impasse between the Dangote Group and the state government. While the state government recognizes the right of the citizens to peaceful protest as witnessed across the state, he urged the people to remain civil, law-abiding, and give room for constitutionalism. In a press statement released by the State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fowl, the governor said breakdown of law and order would not be in the interest of anyone, as he hopes the state to remain the most peaceful in Nigeria. To this end, the governor has directed that trucks loading cement that are impounded across the state be released with immediate effect to either return to the plants or go to their destinations peacefully. As a state, it must retain the peaceful and business-friendly environment that has attracted scores of investment giants to the state in the last 7 years. The governor has also urged the management of Dangote Group to ensure the cement factory at OBAJANA is shut down within the next 48 hours in honor of the legislative arm of government, which ordered the plant sealed until the Dangote Group furnishes the legislature with a requisite document demanded by the legislature. As a government, he promised to defend and protect all government institutions against impunity. The governor also wishes to assure the people of the state of his unwavering commitment to defending their interests without compromise. As the face of the struggle with the over 4 million KOGIs behind him, he will ensure the interest of the state is defended with a high sense of integrity, responsibility, and allegiance through democratic instruments. The government calls on the people to remain calm and law-abiding, as well as continue to have faith in the leadership of the governor to deliver on the mandate of the people to take back what belongs to them. The government also urges security agents to be on red alert to prevent anarchy in the face of the boiling anger of the people against exploitation and oppression, saying they can only win the battle ahead with cool heads. Chief of Staff to the Governor of Kogi State, Pharmacist Abdulkarim Mohammed Jamiu Asuku, has awarded scholarship to 10 Kogi State youths. Prince Yaka Abdurrahim Ohindase, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Energy, who confirmed the information, explained that the scholarship recipients would study courses ranging from electrical, electronics technology, network and security system, cyber security, computer engineering, computer programming, web development and plumbing, fittings, arc welding, and special welding at the Nigerian-Korea Friendship Institute of Vocational and Advanced Technology, LOKOJA. Ohindase asserted that the recently appointed Director General, Tinubu Shetima Campaign Council, Kogi State Chapter has keen interest in supporting educational development of young persons, stressing that the scholarship came on the heels of such conviction. He noted that such gestures from Pharmacy Asuku was one amongst many of his support for the education of youth and young persons in the state, noting that his foundation, Pharmacist Abdulkarim Asuku Youth Empowerment Foundation, PAYEF, has recorded several beneficiaries who have also been empowered to establish themselves in their respective society. Reacting to the news, Rector Nigeria-Korea Friendship Institute, NKFI, Charles Toyin Williams lauded the kind gestures of the Chief of Staff, stressing that he has given the beneficiaries life-changing opportunities to give themselves vocational education and highly skilled employable certification. He stated that Pharmacist Asuku has again shown his disposition towards the empowerment drive of young persons, pointing out that he has not relented in adding his meaningful quota to the lives of the people. While urging other political leaders and office holders to emulate the goodwill of the Chief of Staff, he admonished the beneficiaries to make the most of the lifetime opportunities given to them. Kogi state government has flagged off the oral interview for successful candidates that passed the aptitude test for teachers to be recruited into the state secondary school. Wemi Jones, Kogi State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, while flagging off the exercise at the GYB Model Science Secondary School at Dankolo, thanked Governor Yahaya Bello for making the process thorough, participatory and transparent. The commissioner, while addressing the team of panelists and candidates, disclosed that the ongoing exercise is expected to, at the end, employ over 3,000 teachers to fill the existing vacancies discovered in the state secondary school, with over 1,000 teachers in the first instance out of the over 3,000 to be interviewed beginning this week and will last till next week. About 17,000 candidates, the commissioner disclosed, applied for the teachers' recruitment initially, while about 7,000, he explained, appeared for the aptitude test, with over 3,000 emerging successful in the aptitude test, scoring 40% and above. 500 persons, the commissioner explained, will be screened on each day of the exercise that is aimed at selecting the best candidates, assured of fairness, transparency, all through the process. The commissioner announced to the panelists to take the exercise with the seriousness it deserves, urged the team of panelists to be meticulous, pointing out that if the state misses it now, it is assuming that the state would have been locked up for 35 years. The commissioner disclosed that the candidates will be interviewed on the subjects they intend to teach, assured that all candidates scored above 40% will get SMS to appear for the interview. Jones congratulated the successful candidates, urged them to put in their best, pointing out that having come this far, urged them to remain orderly in their conduct. About 12 different panelists made up of directors in the Ministry of Education, head of service STETCOM, have been constituted according to the commissioner to conduct the interview to ease the process. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced plans to institute a health insurance scheme for theatre practitioners in the state. The governor announced the health insurance scheme during a dinner with veterans in the Yoruba Nollywood industry at the Lagos House Marina. Sanwo-Olu, who said he would pay the insurance premium cover for the theatre practitioners, most of whom are aging, said the Nigerian movie industry and practitioners had played key roles in shaping development of Lagos. It will be recalled that in recent times, theatre practitioners battling various health challenges and lacking funds have had to take to social media to beg Nigerians to foot their medical bills. Some are also living in penury due to their inability to work in old age and health challenges. He said they realize that the industry is one of the highest employers of labor. They have continued to provide succor and means of livelihood to a lot of citizens quietly. Most importantly, they give freshness to their lives through their stories. There is always a lesson and information to learn from the experiences they paint in their works. They fill in the creative space of the society and project good values about culture, way of life, and race. The governor said his administration will continue to contribute required resources to the entertainment and creative industry to make life easy for the theatre practitioners. He also pledged to provide additional intervention funds for those in the Nollywood industry. Sanwo-Olu, in the wake of the COVID-19 lockdown, approved a 1 billion naira intervention fund for the film industry. The intervention was as a single-digit soft loan initiated to cushion the effects of the pandemic, among other incentives for the creative and entertainment industry. The governor commended the efforts of Nollywood actress Foluke Daramola Salako, who operates a non-governmental organization, Passion Against Rape and Abuse in Africa, which is seeing to the well-being of veterans in the industry. Sanwo-Olu said his administration will continue to reach out to the movie legends through the platform. This is a new beginning of the journey that will further strengthen Nollywood. They are going to be interacting more with every layer in the industry and provide opportunities where necessary. They want to be a partner in bringing this noble industry out for more growth and celebrate the industry veterans while they are alive, Sanwo-Olu said. Speaking earlier, some of the theatre practitioners at the event, including Adebayo Salami, aka Ogabelo, Jide Kosoko, Adewale Elesho, Idowu Phillips, aka Iya Rainbow, and Mahmood Ali Balogun, commended the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration for carrying out people-oriented programs and projects which, according to them, are people-oriented, qualify him for his second term in office. The theatre practitioners during the event unanimously endorsed Governor Sanwo-Olu for second term and promised to work for his victory in the 2023 governorship election in Lagos State. They also expressed their support for the candidature of the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who, according to them, has done a lot for theatre practitioners. The dinner was attended by over 100 Yoruba theatre practitioners, directors, producers, and marketers. The Commandant General, CG, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, CG Ahmed Abubakar Audi, was represented at the 2022 Education Summit of the Education Writers Association of Nigeria, EWAN, by the Commandant, Lagos State Command, Commandant of Corps, CC Edenabu Okoro Eweka, which was held at Ijakadi Hall, Radisson Blu, Ikeja, Lagos. The special guest of honor, Minister of Education Adamu Adamu, was represented by the Director of General Services in the ministry at the summit. The Commandant, in his keynote address, said NSCDC's School Safety Initiative has drastically reduced insecurity in schools throughout the nation through the rigorous and intelligent activities of the Special Female Squad, SFS, established by the CG and inaugurated by the Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, to serve as school campaign vanguard and play advocacy roles, amongst other things, in a bid to educate students and teachers on the issues of safety and security, either in schools or out of schools. He also analytically gave a brief statistical appraisal of schools in the country, the roles and achievements of the NSCDC towards Safe School Initiative in Nigeria, with a view to eradicating cultism, kidnapping, rape, bullying, hooliganism, drug abuse, and other heinous crimes often seen amongst school children nationwide. However, the panel session, which was moderated by the chairman of EWAN, Mojid Alabi, had speeches from invited dignitaries, which include the representative of the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the representative of the Controller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, the Director of Senior Secondary School Education of the Federal Ministry of Education, Vice Chancellor Designate, University of Lagos, and the representative of Head WAEC Nigeria delivered speeches to further deepen the discussion. The Commandant General was presented with a symbol of appreciation which was received on his behalf by the Lagos State Commandant. He reiterated his unflinching commitment of the CG towards safe schools in the whole state of the Federation without leaving any stone unturned. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has said insecurity may hamper elections in the northwest and southeast states. Yakubu said the insecurity in the country was concerning, noting that the security challenge, which was hitherto restricted to the northeast region, has now spread to other parts of the country. For over 2 decades, Nigeria has battled the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, but this has evolved into banditry in the northwest. And killings in the southeast allegedly perpetrated by Eastern Security Network, the militant arm of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra. According to INEC, over 41 attacks have been carried out against its offices across 14 states since the 2019 general election, with the southeast recording 13 attacks. In all, the electoral body recorded 9 attacks in 2019, 21 incidents in 2020, and over 12 as of May 2021. It also lost 9,836 smart card readers, 345 ballot boxes, and 135 voting cubicles, among other assets. But speaking in Washington, the INEC chairman, however, said he has received assurances from the service chiefs that they would secure the voting environment during the 2023 polls. Yakubu spoke at an event organized by the National Endowment for Democracy and the International Foundation for Electoral Systems at the NED headquarters, Washington, D.C., United States of America. He also acknowledged the issue of political thuggery, which he said was organized by some of the political actors. Now on foreign. Ukrainians' NATO-led allies have announced deliveries of advanced air defense weapons to Kyiv after a spate of Russian missile strikes. The weaponry promised by the UK, Canada, France and the Netherlands include missiles and radars. The US earlier made a similar pledge. One high-tech system from Germany is already in Ukraine. The pledges came as Ukraine's allies from 50 countries meet at NATO headquarters in Brussels. Kyiv hailed the summit as historic. Hours later, Russian shelling hit the southern city of Mykolaiv on Thursday morning. Officials said the city's mayor Alexander Zenkevich said the city was massively shelled at around 1 o'clock local time, 23:00 GMT. A 5-story residential building was hit. The upper 2 floors were completely destroyed, the rest under rubble. Rescuers are working on the site. It has been a particularly intense week in Ukraine. On Monday and Tuesday, it saw some of its heaviest Russian bombardment in months when more than 100 missiles were launched, hitting energy infrastructure and other non-military targets, including a children's playground. At least 19 people were killed on the first day of the strikes, which included hitting central Kyiv. Russian President Vladimir Putin says the missile strikes were retaliation for an attack on a key bridge linking Russia and Crimea, Ukraine's southern peninsula annexed by Moscow in 2014. Russia says Saturday's blast was organized by Ukraine's intelligence agency, a claim rubbished by Kyiv. The UK will donate air defense missiles as well as hundreds of aerial drones to support Ukraine's information gathering and logistics capabilities. It will also provide 18 howitzer artillery guns in addition to the 64 already delivered. Speaking after the Brussels meeting on Wednesday, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said they are going to do everything they can to make sure that they, Ukrainians, have what's required to be effective. French President Emmanuel Macron said Paris would supply air defense systems to Ukraine. A top Los Angeles City Councilwoman has resigned after she was secretly recording making racist remarks in a meeting with 2 other city lawmakers. Nuri Martinez stepped aside as city council president on Monday, but had still clung on to her council seat. President Joe Biden has led calls for her and 2 other Democrats to go. The audio obtained by the Los Angeles Times and posted online is from an October 2021 meeting to discuss redrawing of voting maps. It is unclear who recorded the discussion. In a statement to voters from her council district 6 on Wednesday, Mrs. Martinez announced she was quitting after 9 years. The first Latina to hold the top post on the council. The taped discussion was between City Council members Gil Cedillo and Kevin De Leon, Los Angeles County Federation of Labor President Ron Harary, and Martinez. Harare, who was not heard making racist remarks, resigned his post on Monday. In the conversation Martinez is hearing, using a Spanish term to liken a fellow council member's adopted black son to an animal. Indian health officials have ordered a maker of cough syrups to halt production after they were linked to the deaths of children in Gambia. Maiden Pharmaceuticals broke rules across its manufacturing and testing activities, Indian regulators found. The World Health Organization (WHO) issued a global alert over 4 of Maiden's cough syrups linked to the deaths of almost 70 children. Investigations are currently underway in India and Gambia. Regulators said that they had suspended all manufacturing activities at a New Delhi-based firm after finding it had broken a number of safety rules. This was in view of the seriousness of the contraventions observed during the investigation and its potential risks to the quality, safety, and efficacy of the drug being produced. Maiden did not immediately respond to a request for comment for the BBC. Last week, the company said it was shocked to hear media reports regarding the death and deeply saddened by this incident. This came after the WHO issued a global alert over 4 of Maiden's cough syrups, warning that they could be linked to acute kidney injuries and the children's deaths in July, August, and September. The Global Health Organization also warned the products may have been distributed through informal markets to other countries and regions beside Gambia. The medicines were identified as promethazine, oral solution, Cofexmalin, baby cough syrup, Macough baby cough syrup, and Macough baby cough syrup, and Magrip and cold syrup. Police in the Gambia are investigating the death of the children as Gambians demand justice. The president of the Gambia, Adama Barrow, said authorities will leave no stone unturned in their investigation. Now on sports. Liverpool and Egypt forward Mohamed Salah has broken 2 records in one single UEFA Champions League night after the Anfield Giants put 7 goals against Rangers 1 on match day 4. Salah was subbed in for Henderson in the 69th minute and scored the fastest ever hat-trick in the Champions League history as they thrashed Rangers 7-1. The Egyptian also scored his 45th UCL goal, thereby becoming the highest-scoring African in the Champions League, overtaking Didier Drogba on 44 goals. Former Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero has given his opinion on Paris Saint-Germain forward Lionel Messi leaving the club to return to Barcelona in the near future. Messi has been linked with a return to his boyhood club Barcelona when his contract with PSG expires in June 2023. However, Aguero, a former Barcelona attacker, believes anything is possible in football amid reports linking Messi with a return to Barca. Speaking on the development, Aguero told Stake, "Anything is possible in football. They know that Leo means to Barca and vice versa. Hard to tell what is to come. He just wish it is what Leo wants the most. He deserves it." Messi joined PSG last season from Barcelona after the Catalan club were unable to renew his contract due to their financial issues and La Liga's regulations. And over to Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the entertainment news.
On our entertainment news, American rapper Meek Mill is the first American artist to join the list of artists set to headline the upcoming Afro Nation Ghana Music Festival. In the past weeks, McMill has revealed his desire to have some shows in Africa and connect with his roots. Afro Nation, which is one of the continent's leading exporter of African music, has made McMill's wish a reality. The Grammy Award-nominated rapper from Philadelphia is a major name in American hip-hop who has collaborated with heavyweights including Jay-Z, Drake, Snoop Dogg, Nicki Minaj, amongst many others. In 2015, McMill scored his first African collaboration after appearing on Davido's hit single, Fans Me. McMill will be joining a list of other African stars including Afrobeat hitmaker Ashake. Other special guest artists include Ghanaian legendary dancehall artist Stonebwoy and Nigerian megastar Davido and Afrobeat legends P-Square. Other artists expected to perform at the festival are Rema, Dajju, CK, Adekunle Gold. Coming together with Ghana's brightest new stars Black Sherif, Kwame Eugene, Kidi, Gyaki and Kamido. South Africa's DJs and celebrated artist DJ Maforisa, Kabza De Small and Major Leagues DJs will also be performing alongside Uncle Waffles and Camon Fella. The festival is built to take place at Marine Drive, Black Star Square on 29 and 30th December 2022. Founded to unite the diaspora in celebration of Black Joy, the event is back for a celebratory trip of Black culture, unique music, dance, rich food and so much more. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Matthias, for the entertainment update. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, adverts, and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane Gia Balagbubo. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a peaceful and united society together. Good day, and thanks for watching.